welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about Resident Evil 8 Village, my kind of review on it and my raw thoughts after completing the game on stream. So in a minute you're going to see the end screen credits, so if you don't want to see the credits and stuff like that, or listen to the music or anything like that, feel free not to continue watching. But I wanted to put my raw thoughts in directly after I completed the game into this video. And just for a little bit of context, I don't play scary horror games at all throughout my life. As an autistic person and now recently being diagnosed with autism and realizing why that is the case, how games like horror games, psychological games affect my autistic traits, I have subconsciously avoided horror games all my life. However, I'm a massive, huge fan of the Resident Evil franchise. I have watched people play the game since I was a little boy, from my older brothers playing the game to watching playthroughs of the later Resident Evil games on YouTube. Now, watching it is a little bit different from playing it for myself. I find it more comfortable to be able to watch it. More so because I can stop it, I can pause it if I need to. So experiencing Resident Evil 8 Village is kind of like one of the very first big story-based horror games that I've played was incredible. I played Emily Wants to Play for a video on this channel, and by the end of it I was crying and hyperventilating. And I also played Little Hope, and apart from some technical issues, you can see that during that first episode that I only uploaded and I didn't continue the rest of the game, you could just see my energy disappearing and draining away because of how much it was affecting me. So I streamed Resident Evil 8 Village, probably one of the most incredible experiences I've ever had, to share this game with my stream and people who were watching. Even if it was only a few people, you know, just having that as something on the side to actually playing this game and experiencing the game too, the whole situation was just an unbelievable, incredible experience, one that I'm likely not to forget for a long while. I will say, just ahead of my thoughts, if you are thinking about buying this game and you like horror games, you like Resident Evil games, buy this game. I will stand by the purchase of this game to anybody. You know, I mean, I'm not saying waste your money if you don't have the money, but if you want this game and you're on the fence about it, for me personally, absolutely buy it. It's an incredible game from top to bottom, which you'll find out right now. There will be some minor spoilers in what's coming up, but nothing that really ruins the game. Not really. So just be warned that that's going to come up in a minute where I'm talking about the game in retroactively. However, if you don't want to see or hear any kind of mini spoilers, I have to just say very quickly, from top to bottom, from start to finish, the whole experience was amazing. Voice acting, character design, aesthetic, graphics, how expanded the world felt but still kept you on a linear path. You know, it's very cool. The whole game, everything about it. The boss fights were all individual types of fights with unique mechanics, so everything felt different while you were going through the game. You know, the little moments where you were jump scared and stuff like that were few and far between, but still very, you know, impactful. Everything about this game is just amazing. Check the thoughts out, see what you think. Let me know down below if you've played this game, what you think. If you want to get this game, please do. I think it's amazing. Anyway, enjoy. Thank you for watching. I've been easynow. You guys have been awesome. What a masterpiece. To be honest, I don't think there's a single problem with this game. Like, at all. From top to bottom, from start to finish, this game was utterly incredible. I have to give it a 10 out of 10. I can't see any other mark to give it. The exploration was vast. The side kind of things to go and do, like the fishing and the hunting, it's there, it's accessible, but it's not needed. The weapon variety is incredible. The voice acting and the character designs are unbelievable. The story is incredibly interesting, and the fact that they continue it from Biohazard and make it work. The boss fights were amazing. Heisenberg was a little bit stupid with the with the tank, but you know, it's unique, it's different. I can't fault this game from top to bottom all the way through. It makes you feel on edge, but it doesn't make you feel like it's hopeless. The enemy variety was insane as well. They always made you feel like you were on edge and like in trouble. I like how all 4 bosses had like a different aspect to them. Like Lady Dimitrescu was your typical kind of Mr. X type boss that always follows you around and always chases you around. You know, something that is part of the Resident Evil franchise. You also had the daughters as well. And then you had the puppet woman who was just all about the scary, intense side of the game. You know, the creepy, crazy, weird side that Resident Evil has. Then you had the fish guy, who was also unique as well, where it was just all about avoiding him and dodging him. And when you actually fight him, there's certain mechanics like you have to blow him up to do damage to him. And then Heisenberg, like I said, you was in a bloody tank. And then that last boss fight was incredible as well. The sound design was amazing. Like the directional sound was probably some of the best I've ever seen in a game. Or heard in a game, I should say. Trying to think about anything else. The little things like where you have to do the puzzles with the ball. So each boss has like their own specific hidden loot as well as a ball. And then you can get money from that to be able to upgrade. Like it feels like a real reward from killing each boss. Combat is probably the only part I would mark it down very, very slightly. But not in terms of gun shooting or gun mechanics, but solely because I felt at times where I couldn't move. Like I was just stuck, like I was in sludge. But it's manageable. I wouldn't even mark it down, but that's probably my only gripe with the entire game. Unbelievable game. Absolutely unbelievable game. I am so happy that I decided to stream this as well. Because it was even more enjoyable sharing it with the few people that have watched it all the way through. Oh, the tie-in to Umbrella as well about this village is where Umbrella was started. The concept of it. That's a really cool little aspect they put in that they didn't really need to. They didn't need to put that into the game. All the lore, all the books, all the pictures, all the journals, like continued to really build the story and it wasn't predictable. So you read something and then you didn't think, oh well, that's definitely going to happen. It was just well written journals and pieces of information to kind of put everything together. Unbelievable game. And I don't say that lightly, because I'm very critical about most games, and very, very few games really have me at a point of saying, this is unbelievable. Final Fantasy VII Remake was probably the last one for me. Prior to that, maybe Paper Mario, because that was a pretty good game. But everything that I've played prior, in between, and probably coming up, just doesn't have that, doesn't evoke that kind of emotion out of me. But this game was unbelievable. I'm genuinely sitting here trying to think of criticisms, but I can't. Even like the little side bosses, like the big werewolf dude. I know I kind of cheesed him a little bit by keep running in and out of the room, but you know, things like that, and the cannibal guy. They were really cool additions that they didn't need to put into the game. They just didn't need to put them into the game, but they did. I would have liked more exploration around the puppet master's house. Like after you kill her, but I'm pretty sure the door's locked and you can't get back in. Because that was a cool aesthetic, a cool place to be, but I never really saw much of it. I tell you one thing, like the voice acting was amazing. But I think Heisenberg was a cut above. Like his voice acting was unbelievable. Well, way above everyone else. Character design and aesthetic and all round just consistent amazing character was obviously Duke. Duke was phenomenal. What a person to add to the game to really push the game forward while you're progressing. To really make you feel like you're involved in like the world and moving forward. And he's just a very simple, easy character. And he's also useful because he's the merchant. Right? That's pretty damn cool. I can finally go to the toilet. Right, guys, thank you so much for joining me on that game journey. If you've been watching over all the streams, even if you're new here today, thank you for watching the ending with me. It has been an incredible experience from start to finish. I am very, very happy I decided to buy this game and play it on stream. You are all awesome. You give me energy to be able to come on and stream every day. I appreciate you so much more than you could ever know. I love you. Thank you for watching. I've been easynow, and you guys have been awesome.